You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Bulldogs podcast. I am Daniel.
I am Clint. Welcome to Locked On Bulldogs here on Locked On Podcast Network. We're talking about March Madness. It's your team every day. We're talking about March Madness in basketball, Daniel, because once again, hope springs eternal in the UGA basketball program.
We are talking about March Madness, which means it's not your team every day if you're a Georgia fan, because your team.
But
that's today.
But that's what I was saying. I was saying is it's your team every day, so that hope springs eternal. Let me talk about the team as we transition into March Madness. Do you see how that hook is there, Daniel?
You can watch this tournament if you're a Georgia fan. We recognize that you might be listening to this podcast watching for the picks, and that's great. You might not be a Georgia fan. If you are a Georgia fan, that's what we are. And you can watch this tournament with some renewed hope. We like the Mike White hire. Maybe you're watching this and you do not like the Mike White hire. That's fine. It doesn't matter. You can leave us a comment and tell us about how much better he is than any coach that we've had in the last 15 years, and then tell me somehow you're disappointed by that. But I won't. I refuse to be disappointed by that.
Literal truth. Like you cannot refute what the man just said right there.
Let's jump into the picks. Yesterday, go back and watch yesterday's episode. By the way, these are good episodes to watch on YouTube. We're actually filling out the bracket right here on the screen. We can pull that up for you so you can see.
There she blows.
Yesterday we populated all of round number 1 games, and now we're going to pick all the way to the national champion. Which is roughly the same number of games as all of round 1, which is the crazy thing about this tournament. It's a lot of games. Thursday, Friday, man, it's coming. Ooh. Tomorrow. It begins tomorrow. That's it. That's very exciting. Yes, all right. Let's talk let's just jump right in. We'll start in the West.
Yep.
We got Gonzaga. You've already moved UConn ahead of Arkansas? Is that
yesterday you were touting? No, Listen, yesterday you were touting our technical prowess, and I don't know how to get that off.
You don't know how to unpick a team?
Well, I thought I did, but I hit UConn again and forward. So I'm just leaving it there until we choose the game. So, no, I didn't mean to. That's just how I'm
all right. Well, I just thought it was just a little spoiler for the people.
No spoiler.
Gonzaga, Boise State. Can Boise give Gonzaga a game?
No.
This game will be closer than you think. I might take Boise plus the points if this game comes about. But no, move Gonzaga ahead. Yeah. Move Gonzaga on. We'll talk about Gonzaga as we move further through the show. A lot of people don't like Gonzaga. They're scared to pick Gonzaga. We'll talk about that as we move through. All right, let's talk about this Arkansas-UConn game, because if we get this matchup, it will be the matchup I will be most excited about this side of the Elite Eight, Clint.
Ooh.
I don't know if both these teams will win. We picked both of them to win round 1. I suspect, because I'm so excited about the matchup, that at least one of them will lose, because that's what always happens in the NCAA tournament. But let's say we get the matchup. Who do you like between UConn, which Hurley is it that coaches UConn? Is it Dan Hurley?
Bob Hurley, Dan Hurley.
It's hard to know. I think it's Dan Hurley coaches UConn, and Eric Musselman. Will Eric Musselman take his shirt off? That's the question we're all asking.
The question is, how long will it take for him to take his shirt off?
I think he only takes it off if Arkansas wins. So that's really what we're going for. Who do you like in this game?
I like Arkansas in this game, Daniel. I think the SEC is deep. UConn's a good team, but I like Arkansas on this because I think the depth of the SEC, the playing through, this is a good squad. They were early on. Remember all the hype around Arkansas earlier in the season? They were good.
Yeah.
I think
I think Williams in the middle for Arkansas makes it go. And then obviously JD Note has the potential to be the best player on the floor in every game that he plays. And so, give me Arkansas. I like them as well. Replace that UConn pick.
It's out.
We didn't make this pick because tonight, Indiana, or because We didn't make this pick yesterday, but we're making it today. So we're just going to move Alabama in for the sake of the podcast. It doesn't matter. Is the moral of the story, because Texas Tech's winning this game, right?
There it is.
Texas Tech's going to win this game. Texas Tech may be the best defensive team in all of college basketball.
Maybe
and,
they are.
Yeah, and a pretty stout offensive team as well. They've got weapons, and so I like them. Davidson, Duke, Clint. Can they?
All right, I'm gonna say a couple things that might hurt some people. Give me Duke out of this tournament far before anybody else likes to see them go, and it starts. It could start right now.
There's going to be a lot of people, Clint, that will love to see them go. Duke is a very hated team, but
that's true.
There are also a lot of people on this Coach K retirement bandwagon, and like Cinderella story. Last championship. I don't think I can pick Duke to lose this game. I think you have to pencil Duke into the second weekend, into the Sweet 16.
But just look out.
Put a pin in it. Put a pin in it. We're coming back. Baylor, UNC, I got Baylor. I got Baylor rolling handily in this game. UCLA, St. Mary's, I got UCLA.
UCLA handily. Same. Those two games are going to be carbon copies with Baylor and UCLA beating handily. Purdue, VTech. Look, Daniel, does VTech keep the magic going?
Purdue is a team that I want to pick against because I think they're overrated. Purdue doesn't play, any defense. Like, none defense. They got tall guys, and they've got that kid Ivy, who is a very good player. But I just can't pick Virginia Tech to win multiple games. I think the magic is going to die. So give me Purdue. All right, we got a lot more games to pick. We're going to come back. We're going to pick the rest of them here shortly. But first, Clint is going to tell you about the fine folks over at Stat Hero.
Stat Hero, right now, all the excitement that we are doing from March Madness, all of this excitement of picking the games, of the seeding, of the players getting hot, who the best players are on a court at any given time, the teams we want to see, the Coach K, the multiple weekends, the multiple games. And if you don't have PTO, start putting in now. COVID is a real thing still. And all of you have it. I know it's true. Those home tests don't need to come back. Let me just tell you. They already come back, y'all. Stat Hero is the place that you need to go to get your fix of both fantasy and sports gambling all in one. Take control back for those handicappers that always seem to have the advantage. Right now, you go over to Stat Hero and you put your lineup against the lineup that they give you. They don't put this like weird cat and mouse game, shell game. They give you the people and the rosters out there for everybody to see. And you can play up against them. In addition to their pick'em games, they also have dozens of lineups you can comb through to take on head-to-head. They simply post sets of players for you to take on with a set of players you choose. This is daily fantasy the way that it was meant to be. Right now, sign up for free at stathero.com/lockedon. Use promo code LOCKEDON for 100% deposit match. That's stathero.com/lockedon. Use promo code LOCKEDON for 100% match. stathero.com/lockedon. Promo code LOCKEDON. Terms and conditions apply.
Also, want to let you know about Built Bar. Built Bar is the tastiest protein bar on planet Earth. You've heard us talk about it many times here on the podcast. If you're a longtime listener, if you're new, Built Bar is the protein bar that tastes like a candy bar. They are high in protein, high in fiber, low in sugar. They're keto approved. They're good for whatever diet you're on, whatever meal plan you're on. They're great for pre-workout, post-workout, on your way home from work, 2 o'clock, you hit that lull in the office, keep some in your desk drawer. They come in a wide variety of delicious flavors, and all of them taste like legitimate candy bars, and yet they have the nutritional value of a protein bar. You can, if you don't believe us, try some for yourself right now. Go to BuiltBar.com, enter the promo code LOCKEDON15, and you get 15% off your first order. That's LOCKEDON15. For 15% off your first order. It could be 1 box, 2 boxes, 100 boxes of Built Bars shipped right to your door. They come in a variety of delicious flavors. Clint and I have had all of them, and they're all delicious. Go there right now. Locked On is the 15 is the promo code. BuiltBar.com is the website. Built Bar, the tastiest protein bar on planet Earth.
All right, we left that Murray State, Kentucky. Let's try to get that going so we complete the East. Is
Murray State, Kentucky. I got to go Kentucky here. I like Murray State a lot. I think it's a team that could give Kentucky some fits, but listen, I'm going Kentucky. We said this yesterday. We already penciled in Arizona, TCU, nor Seton Hall have the potential to give them a game.
Nope.
Can the Blazers of UAB give Illinois a game, Clint?
Yes, they can, Daniel. If you were remembering last episode, go back and listen. UAB's a squad, y'all. They're a squad. They're going to be favored in this game against the Fighting Illini. True or false?
False. UAB will not be favored in this game against the Illini. They will be heavy underdogs.
I was trying to bait them. All.
Give me Illinois.
Give me Illinois. Yeah.
Kofi Coburn is going to literally end a man's life in the post for UAB. Colorado State, Tennessee, Clint. People just want to Sharpie Tennessee ahead here. Colorado State is good.
And Tennessee is not as good as you think they are.
Let me just say this. Let me just go through this region. Arizona, Illinois, Tennessee, Ohio State, Villanova. They could all make the Final Four. But not all of them will make the Final Four, Clint.
No. They physically cannot. It's an impossibility game.
That is an impossibility. Who are you taking in this game? Can Tennessee keep it hot, or can Colorado State pull off what would be an upset here?
I think this is a lot closer than a lot of people think. Give me Tennessee in it because I think they ultimately do it.
All right.
But
I agree, but I want to pick the upset. I want to pick the upset, but I can't do it.
No.
I will pick this upset, though. Give me Ohio State over Villanova. Give me Ohio State to beat Villanova.
This is not the Villanova team of the years past, guys.
It is not. It is not the Villanova team of the years past. All right. Kansas Creighton. Creighton is a good team. I think this is your best shot for a 1 seed losing in the second round. I think right here, San Diego State Creighton, the winner of that game. I am not going to pick it to happen because Abaji is too good for Kansas. But this is your best shot. If you want to sprinkle a little bit on that money line, go ahead and do that. But I'm picking Kansas in this game.
Yes, sir.
T's and P's to the Fighting South Dakota States, but I'm also picking Iowa in this game.
You have to.
And I'm also picking Wisconsin. Now, this is an interesting if LSU wins in the first round, I think LSU is probably going to beat Wisconsin. Does this make sense? Because it means that LSU is playing together. They've got some cohesion. The Will Wade stuff is not bothering them. They're actually they're solidified. And if they are together, I think LSU might be a better team than Wisconsin. But I don't think that's going to be what happens. So I think Iowa State's going to beat LSU, and I think Wisconsin's going to beat Iowa State. So give me Wisconsin in this game.
Yeah, Wisconsin.
And then USC Auburn, Clint. Is this it? Is this the time?
USC is winning this game, Daniel.
Pick them. Pick them.
Give me USC. They're better than a 7 seed. Auburn is not as good as you think. Watch the SEC championship or watch the SEC championship tournament.
They were 16-0 at home. Auburn was. But you don't play any games at home in the NCAA tournament.
Nope.
I'm not trying to disrespect Auburn. I'm just telling you that is the reality of the thing. All right, let's get into that Sweet 16, Clint. Let's just go back up to the top.
Okay.
Gonzaga, Arkansas. This could be the game of the tournament.
We said things.
Both these teams are Final Four good. All four of these teams in this bracket have Final Four talent. I will tell you this, Clint. Let's do this. Let's pick the rest of this bracket all the way through the Final Four right now. Let's shift gears. Okay.
Love it.
Give me Texas Tech over Duke because that's an easier pick for me. Give me Texas Tech over Duke. Here's
Coach
where we
K.
have to have the conversation. Is Gonzaga real?
Gonzaga is making it past the Elite Eight. This much I know. They're either losing here to Arkansas or they're losing to Texas Tech. One of those two things is happening. They're not getting past the Elite Eight.
Oh, wow. You're not buying.
I'm
You're
not buying
buying
it. Look, here's the deal. They have raised the bar. They are a good squad. A lot of people, they're a pick to win this whole dang thing. I think
They're the
didn't
number
Jay
one
Billis?
overall seed.
Yeah, Jay Billis. Yeah. But I'm telling you, I don't think they get into the Elite Eight. I don't think they make it past the Elite Eight.
Here's where this is a window into my mind. If they're not going to make it past the Elite Eight, we could either go ahead and pick Arkansas. And if we're wrong, we're only wrong by one pick. We're only off by one because Gonzaga was going to lose the next round anyway. Or we could hedge by picking Gonzaga to win this game and then picking Texas Tech to make the Final Four. So I'll just ask you this right now, Clint. Who do you like, Arkansas or Texas Tech in the Final Four? Because you just told me you have one of those teams.
Texas Tech.
All right, let's pick Gonzaga to beat Arkansas then. And then let's take Texas Tech to beat Gonzaga and make it to the Final Four.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. All right. We're going to come back. We're going to do the other three regions. We've got a lot more picks that we're going to make. But first, want to tell you about rockauto.com. Rock Auto is the place that we go. They are the full mustache of auto parts retailers. Do not go to a big box auto parts store. They have one part of what your car might need. But at rockauto.com, you can get every part that your car could ever need. They have the inventory of literally every auto parts store in the United States, and all of it can be shipped right to your door. So why would you put yourself at the mercy of what's in stock at the store? You have to drive there, and then you have to talk to some 16-year-old kid that doesn't know anything about your car or anything about anything for that matter, when you could just go to rockauto.com, type in your make and model, get the exact right part that your car needs delivered straight to your door, interior, exterior, cosmetic, or mechanical, whatever it is, Rock Auto has it, and they have it for a reliably low price. In the How Did You Hear About It section, you can put Locked On to let them know that we sent you, and be sure, and that will guarantee that you get the exact right part that your car needs at a guaranteed, reliably low price. It is rockauto.com. That's rockauto.com, your online auto parts superstore. All right, Clint. We got more picks to make. We're here at the end. We're getting all the way home here.
Let's go.
East region. We got Baylor, we got UCLA, we got Purdue, we got Kentucky.
Do you know how bad I want to take UCLA right here, Daniel?
Give me UCLA, Kentucky. UCLA, Kentucky. That's what my picks. Give it to me.
I love it.
Give me UCLA, Kentucky. That's what I'm going with. And then this is where I take Kentucky. I think Kentucky's going to beat UCLA.
I'm fine with that.
I think Kentucky has a great path to the Final Four in this region. So I like them over Purdue a lot, and then I like them over UCLA or Baylor. But in this case, we got them beating Johnny Juzang and Mick Cronin and the UCLA Bruins. All right, let's go back up to the south, back up to the top. We got Arizona, we got Illinois, we got Tennessee, we got Ohio State. Clint. I'll say this. Whoever wins this Arizona-Illinois game, they're going to the Final Four. That's the only thing I know for sure.
Yes.
Now you tell me what you know.
I know that Arizona is one of the better teams that I expect to get in the Final Four. I would lean heavily Arizona.
Let's do it. Let's go Arizona. Even though I do have a ticket 60-1 on Illinois to win the national championship, but I like the pick. We'll go Arizona. And then
this game.
This is guard play against E.J. Liddell. Tennessee's got some of the best guards in the country, right? They put in that 3-guard lineup, Chandler Smith, and then little Ziggy Ziegler. What's that kid's name? It starts with a Z.
Yeah.
His name, the little dude starts with a Z. I can't remember his name.
From here on out, his name is Ziggy Ziegler.
Ziggy Ziegler. They put in Ziggy Ziegler in the 3-guard lineup. Vescovi, I think, is the other one. But then Ohio State's got EJ Liddell. I like both of these teams, but I think I'm going to lean Tennessee here. But I do have Arizona beating either of them.
100%.
Yeah. So give me Tennessee and then give me Arizona as the Final Four team in that region. All right. We got Kansas. We got Iowa. We got Wisconsin. We got USC. And I'll just tell you this, Clint.
Okay.
When I look at those 4 teams, I see one Final Four team. And I'm curious to know who you think the one Final Four team is before I tell you who I think it is.
I would love to ride USC all the way into the Final Four, but that's not who I'm picking. I would love for them to. For me, it's Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin is the Final Four team out of this group.
See, I think it's the other Big Ten team. I think it's Iowa. I think it's Keegan Murray and the Iowa Hawkeyes. I think the way that Bohannon is shooting it right now, I think the way that Keegan Murray can take over a game right now, I think Wisconsin has won a million close games. If you go back and look at Wisconsin's record, they lead the nation in wins by 5 points or fewer. They've won more games by 5 points or fewer than any team in the country. Clint, do you know what that tells me? They're lucky. They got a bit of luck on their side. And when you start getting into the Sweet 16, the Elite 8, luck ain't going to necessarily do it for you. So I will happily take Wisconsin over USC, but I like Iowa over Wisconsin here in the Midwest.
I don't hate that at all. We only got one seed, Daniel, in the Final Four.
And that's exactly how I feel like this tournament's going to go. If we could just talk big picture for a second, there's nobody still watching the show anyway. It doesn't matter. If we could just talk, there's so much parity in college basketball.
This is the year that the big dogs aren't
the 2 seeds, the 3 seeds, the 4 seeds, the 5 seeds are all so good. But listen, Iowa is way undervalued as a 5 seed. They should not be a 5 seed. But you will not see, this will not be the year. I'll tell you this. This will not be the year that there's 4 1 seeds in the Final Four. It will also not be the year that a double-digit seed makes the Final Four. So if you're filling out your bracket and you all of a sudden look down and you have a double-digit seed in the Final Four, you need to rethink your life choices, because the top 20 teams in college basketball are very good this year. And so there's no way that all of them are going down. So I like where we're at here in this Final Four. We got Texas Tech, we got Kentucky, we got Arizona, we got Iowa. So let's give the people what they want, Clint. Let's crown a champion.
Come on now.
Who you got? Texas Tech, Kentucky.
Daniel, this is a hard one for me. I don't think you have been very outspoken who you think is winning this national championship. Very outspoken. You've given it a bunch of times.
I have said it multiple times on the podcast.
Okay.
It is Kentucky.
It's Kentucky, by the way. My love of Texas Tech, I think, runs out. I think the defense and the plays that got them, I don't know if it really does anything against Kentucky. I think Kentucky can break down the defense, can score against Texas Tech, and I think Texas Tech gets out of their system. So give me Kentucky in this game.
Yeah, I'll take Kentucky as well. And I really like Arizona in the next game. I think Arizona is the most fun team to watch in college basketball. I think they're one of the most talented teams in all of college basketball. I think Tommy Lloyd is one of the greatest coaches in college basketball. First-year coach that they hired off of Mark Few and Gonzaga. I like Arizona beating Iowa and making it to the national championship game, Clint. And then I'll tell you this right now. If this is the national championship game,
how excited are you?
I'm a very excited person. Like, this is just a fun basketball game to watch, guys. This is just really great. You got Oscar Tshiebwe and Severe Wheeler and Ty Washington going up against Kurt Kriisa and all of those talented Arizona wings. They just have nothing but wings, and then 7-footers for days there at Arizona. How are those 7-footers going to match up against Oscar Tshiebwe? Are they going to be able to keep him off the glass? There's so many storylines in this game. I would love it. Who would you pick, though, Clint, in a Kentucky-Arizona national championship game?
I would choose Arizona, Daniel, in this game.
Yeah,
I would choose Arizona.
I'm perfectly happy to let that be the official Locked On Bulldogs prediction. We are the Locked On Bulldogs podcast, after all. We cannot pick Kentucky to win the national championship.
It wouldn't be right in the agreement. It's written in the agreement.
It would not be
combined
right.
Points in the championship, Daniel, for the tiebreaker.
It's going to be north of 155. So, give me 161. It's a nice palindrome type number. I don't know.
What? All right, we're submitting it. We're submitting it. It's locked in. Boom, they've been submitted.
Come at us. If you wanna jump on, run your pool. Our pool number is 235991. Come find us. Submit your bracket against ours. See how you do. We just gave away all of our picks before you even had to fill out your bracket, so it feels like you have a distinct advantage over us.
You
but
do.
He's Clint. I'm Daniel. We are the Locked On Bulldogs podcast. We could not be more excited about March Madness. We will be back with more content for you the rest of this week. But enjoy the tournament. Take that PTO, and we'll see you guys later.
See ya.